Hey everyone, it's your girl Alphia Williams, and I am the owner of the Lifetime fan page on Facebook. If you have not already, please join us. We are always talking about different movies, old Lifetime movies, and we are also talking about some new Lifetime movies. But a lot of people love the old time Lifetime movies; they hit different. But today I want to do a rose for her grave, the Randy Roth story. Now, this story right here grabbed my attention because at first I had been, recording it and not watching it. And I was like, okay, let me do some digging. Let me watch a trailer. And I was actually blown away. And I was like, okay, it's your true story. So I'm going to definitely have to check this out. So, Randy Roth, let's get into it. He is a single man and he's been married before. To be exact, he was married 3 times, actually. He killed one wife, and one wife actually got away. Thank God. I am so happy, but one lady did not, unfortunately, get away. Her name was Sydney, and Sydney had a little son named Tyson. Tyson and her had already, Sydney was already married, and had a child with her first husband, who, in the beginning of the movie, he had passed away, so she didn't want to get married again. So Tyson was playing baseball. And that's how she met Randy Roth. And of course, his son always helped him, with the women, getting them to give his dad a second look. He was like, don't you want to go with my dad or whatever? And, she was laughing at first, but she ended up going out with Randy and she thought Randy was going to be like the next love of her life. And Sydney had a best friend named Lori. Lori lived with her. And Lori noticed some things about Randy because Randy was very close to a girl named Diane. And Diane was his best friend, John's daughter. And John had remarried, and Dana was actually, in the movie, how can I put it? She was obsessed with her weight. And she wanted to look good. And she was in love with Randy. And I really did feel bad for her because she was really in love with somebody that was not in love with her at all. And she was also very young, like a very young child. She was still in school and she was helping Randy with his son. And she would always, put her family off and go help Randy. And Randy really just played on her emotions, I feel. And when he got with Sydney and married her, he went from being nice, as we say, had 2 faces. He was nice and very charming when they first got together. Then he got married and got what he wanted. He started acting crazy. And he was emotional, abusive to Sydney, and I really felt bad for her. And her friend Lori and her got into it, and she told Lori, I think it's best that you move out. I believe if she would have never had Lori move out, I believe that she would still be here with us. I believe it would have took her a long while for Lori to convince her to leave Randy. Randy didn't like her hair. He didn't like the color. Her favorite color was pink. Sydney loved to write. She was actually a very good writer. She wrote poems, and that's what led to his conviction. I really do feel like this movie is a 10 out of 10. I believe that people should watch it. Because of Lifetime, I am very cautious of who I date because with Lifetime, you be seeing a lot of stuff. I put up with a lot of stuff, but the Lifetime movies I've watched since I was a kid, I can spot foolishness from a mile away, and red flags. And I'm happy that my mom turned me on to Lifetime at a young age, and I am still a Lifetime fan, and I'm a Hallmark fan because of her. Shout out to my mom. She passed when I was 13. But back to Randy Roth. Randy Roth was, he got away with the first person he killed. And with Sydney having a good friend named Lori, she fought hard. She fought hard to get her son back because Randy took Sydney on a boating trip with the kids, and he pushed her off the boat and she drowned. And it's so sad that this happened, and Lori had to fight to get Tyson back. And Sydney had left her everything for her son, to be the power of attorney and everything. And, if anything happened, she would get Tyson. And Randy was trying to keep him. And I felt so bad because Randy had a son, and Randy's son had went through a lot. already as a child, and I know he was trying to be there for Tyson. And then Dana, she was a young girl and she was so in love with Randy, and every time she lost a pound he would give her $100, and she was so obsessed with, making sure that Randy loved her. And I'm just like, you don't see what he's doing to these other people. But poor thing, I felt so bad for her. But she woke up and she smelled the coffee, and she actually helped take him down. And I love that Lori never back down, and she actually fought to get her friend justice. She made a lady named Donna Clift. Donna Clift came to not Sydney's house, Lori's house late one night, and she said, I would have came sooner, but I was afraid. And she told her about how Randy had took her out on a boat and was trying to do the same thing that did the same thing to her. And Lori had also met up with a detective named Detective Sue, and Sue helped her with a lady named Marilyn. They brought Randy Roth to justice. His friend John, was very, quiet about it. He's like, he's my friend or whatever. He wouldn't do anything to hurt me. But, John, he's hanging with your teenage daughter. So, yeah, he's manipulating her. And I know that's your best friend, but you need to wake up and smell the coffee, because for real, he's really manipulating your daughter. And you could see it right there. Lori also met up with another lady that was dating Randy, but she was sick already, and Randy couldn't do what he needed to do to get the insurance money and to get her money if something happened. And then basically raise her children like he was raising his son. His son was so scared. I felt so bad for him, and he was grooming his son. So I mean, it was just like, wow, you told Tyson we don't cry after his mom passed. He's like, we don't ever cry. And I'm like, wow, you really telling this little boy this? It was a lot of scenes in the movie that were really, really sad, but the movie overall is a 10 out of 10, and I would recommend it. I believe it's on Prime, and it had recently came out. I think it recently came on the week before last. The movie came out in I want to say 2021. No, 2023, my bad. But it is worth the watch. If you have not already, look for it and watch the movie and let me know what you think. All right. Thank you.